Hey guys and gals, how's it going? My name is Zach, you're watching Car Talk with Zach, and this behind me is one special vehicle. This is the all-new 2023 Genesis G90. So the flagship from Hyundai's luxury brand Genesis, which has really been kind of really changing and disrupting the luxury car and SUV scene over the last few years. That's right, Genesis is Hyundai's luxury brand, and this is their flagship, the all-new G90. And this vehicle, while it looks somewhat similar from the outgoing G90, it really has been redone from front to back, inside and out, and it is quite a striking vehicle. Just look at this vehicle. I mean, for 2023, Genesis really brought out all the stops. I mean, it is just so beautiful. The only option on this vehicle, this is the G90. I mean, you can't really even call it a base model, but the G90 all-wheel drive. The only option on this is the color. This is you know, a nice pearl black, which is the only option on this vehicle. It comes pretty loaded, but you know, just what a beautiful, striking design. You've got that kind of standard Genesis large bold grille up front. Just a really nice design. I really like how they've changed the headlights and this headlight cluster for 2023, and in other Genesis models this is more of just kind of a nice clean LED strip. These twin LED strips is part of Genesis design language, but now they're individual LEDs. They're kind of more separated and more granular, and I think it looks really cool. You know, when this car's lit up, they color change to amber when you turn the turn signal on, but you know, you can't miss this car as it's coming. These two light strips here are also side markers, so when you turn the turn signal on, those will glow amber. Look at these beautiful 20-inch wheels wrapped in Michelin 245/45R tires. Just a tremendous design. I mean, everywhere I look on this car, it's the perfect amount of chrome. It's the right wheel size, you know, not too small, not too big. Just stunning vehicle. I mean, the chrome strip on the bottom, so classy. Chrome around the windows, just beautiful. Little chrome strip on the door handles. Those will pop out as you unlock the vehicle. Coming around the back, you can see again the redesign. You got two LED strips that run all the way across the back of the vehicle, and at night those are your tail lights. You know, your brake lights are obviously here, but at night those two long strips go all the way across the back of the vehicle. It is beautiful at night, this car. Just tremendous. You've got dual exhaust pipes, more chrome, just a tremendous vehicle. So while I'm back here, we'll take a quick look at the key. Nicely designed key. It's interesting though, all the buttons are on the side. I think that's kind of interesting. It would take a little getting used to, but we'll unlock it and then we'll look at the trunk. You can see those two LED lights there. Enormous trunk, obviously power folding in a vehicle like this. This is a $90,000 car. Again, this is their flagship, so you're going to get everything that Genesis will throw, and it's a lot. So also power closing. I'll unlock it again too. I mean, just so nicely designed. You can see now when I've unlocked the vehicle, the door handles have popped out so that you can access them. When I lock, they fold in, and unlock, they fold out. So I'm actually really impressed just with the technology and everything around this vehicle. The doors themselves are no sacrifice. They do have auto close, so if you don't close it all the way, it'll close and tighten down for you. But we'll climb in and you can just see how gorgeous this car is. and how quiet. I mean, it's so nice and quiet in here. Foot on the brake, start the vehicle. And all you can hear is the soft hum of the air conditioning. So we'll get into the screen here. I want to show you a few things about this system that's very cool. You've obviously got your map here, which also the map is inset into your center screen here, so you can tell. Look at these startup screens. So you can always kind of tell here in the middle of between the tachometer and speedometer, you have a nice little soft map going. That's where you would enter where you want to go. Your phone, you could create a voice memo in this vehicle. More setup, but you know, just so much to offer the driver and passengers in this vehicle. Mood curator is one worth mentioning. So you have 4 different moods here that you can pick from: vitality, delight, care, and comfort. And they offer different experiences. So vitality, I'll start it. And what it's doing is putting like a different show on the center screen, playing music through these Bang & Olufsen speaker systems. And you can just kind of experience that different mood. If you go back and go to delight, it'll do a little different scene. Now it's interesting when we move to comfort, because this is going to put the vehicle in the most comfortable position. So when I start this, you will see that the screens in the back all just folded up, including the side screens. So now for your backseat passengers, it's very quiet and dark and comfortable. And for the driver, I'm getting a full massage. All because I set the mood to comfort. I mean, and when I say massage, like, there are balls rolling down my back and through the seat. I mean, it really is kind of an intensive massage. But full Alcantara suede headliner, just such beautiful design. I love the quilted leather, perforated leather, and the color contrasting piping, the use of wood and aluminum and chrome. It's just so perfect in here. Such a beautiful place to be. And at night, there are LED strips in the doors and in the dash, and you get this gorgeous, I'll get pictures for the website, but gorgeous uplight on this wood. And you can of course set whatever color that you want on this vehicle. You can set whatever color you want on the ambient light. I mean, it's just a superb place to be. Before we take a ride though, I want to sit in the back and show you what you can do as a passenger in this vehicle. By the way, it does have several drive modes, one of which being chauffeur mode. So let's jump in the back and see what it has to offer. Okay, I'm now in the back of the G90, and this might be the best place to ride. I mean, this really is a vehicle to be driven in, almost as much as to be driven. So I've got a ton of leg room. I mean, I'm 5'8", I'm not a tall guy, but so much space from my seating position to where I'm riding in the back of the G90. You do have your own separate sunroof back here. But what's interesting is this center screen here. So you've got several options to choose from, but if you go to home, I just love the pictures that you get for climate, seat, your shades. You can let the sunshine in here with the push of a button. You can open and close the rear sunshade. You can open and close the side sunshades. You as a passenger have full control over so much back here. Going back to home, you can change, obviously turn on and off your lighting, but what's interesting is you can actually set whether or not you want your LED lights back here to be a warm glow, a normal LED glow, or a cool glow. So it's the only vehicle I've ever seen where you can actually really change the warmth of the lighting in the car. So you can obviously change the rear temperature and everything, and it really is just such a tremendous space back here. Very, very comfortable. Incredible use of technology. You've got your own little compartment here. You do have a pass-through also to the trunk for those long items. But yeah, I mean, it's just such a nice place to be. And yeah, I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful car. Now, interestingly, I haven't brought this up, you don't see a door handle. There's nowhere to open the door conventionally, but there is a button here, and so when you push that button, the door opens up just a little bit, and that's how you get out of this vehicle. Also, you can control the passenger side windows from the driver's side and vice versa, which is pretty cool. So very beautiful spot to be, either as a driver or passenger. I mean, look at this design of this leather. It's everything is just perfection in this vehicle. I mean, this car is made to compete with a BMW 7 Series or a Mercedes S-Class. All I gotta say is Mercedes, BMW, they're coming for you. They're coming for you. All right, enough about that. Let's see how the G90 drives. All right, driving the 2023 Genesis G90. So again, everything just laid out perfectly. Heated, ventilated seats, obviously, 2-stage heated steering wheel. Everything's right where you want it to be. You do have buttons. You can also work the screen with this little toggle. I don't know what you would call this, but it's all right here. And yeah, to put the vehicle in drive, you just put your foot on the brake and turn this knob to drive, and we're underway. So what I can say about the driving dynamics of this car is it's very, very soft. It's quiet, it's comfortable as I'm getting my back massaged, my seat massaged. It's so quiet. Just, it's like you're completely insulated from the world outside of the vehicle. But at, a $90,000 price point, some of these things I would think you expect. I mean, this isn't a cheap vehicle. This is a very luxurious, very classy vehicle. And I will say, a lot of people don't really know what to make of this vehicle. I mean, sitting at stoplight, people are looking at it, you know, and I don't think they're saying, oh, is that the new G90? I think they're saying, what in the world is this thing? I mean, it is really such a striking design, such a classy and elegant design. And at no point, you know, I've spent the weekend in this car. At no point has it derailed from that mission of, you know, luxury, excellence, comfort. It's all just such a nice, pleasant place to be. The ride is comfortable. Again, you do have different drive modes here, but it's you know, such a comfortable place to be. This isn't a vehicle that I felt the need to drive, you know, aggressively. Does have 375 horsepower as spec'd, so it's, you know, it's got sufficient power, but it's not, I would say, as aggressive as the G70, which was really made to be an aggressive sporty sedan. You can get this with an electronic supercharger. I think it takes you to like 409 horsepower, so a little bump in horsepower, but I don't know, I don't feel as though this feels underpowered. It feels like an appropriate amount of power. So I do have full heads-up display, and it's showing me the speed limit. It's showing me obviously my speed. It's showing me the distance between me and the car in front of me. It's giving me an indication of people in my blind spot. This full electronic gauge cluster is beautiful, and again, you've got that navigation map set very quietly and softly in the screen in front of you. This vehicle does have Hyundai's signature. I wish this was standard on all vehicles, but you can see, I hope, when I turn the turn signal on towards the left, the speedometer just became a camera, and you can see your blind spot in the side of the vehicle looking down past the left side of the vehicle. Alternatively, if you put the right turn signal on, the tachometer on the right side will become the right side camera, and you can see down the side of the vehicle. You can see, you know, when you're parking, how close you are to the curb. It's just such a brilliant technology in motion, and it's awesome. So you've got lane keep assist. I can feel it wanting to keep me in or out of the lane, unless you engage the turn signal. But you know, even at, we're going to slow down here, but even at highway 75, you know, mile per hour speeds, a little bit of wind noise, but this car's just floating down the road. Bumps and joints in the road, no. Just floating, completely floating down the road. It's just such a tremendous place to be. I will say I get quite a lot of satisfaction looking into the rearview mirror, because this car has a waistline that starts probably about halfway through the back of the back door, and it's got just this beautiful waistline that you can really appreciate just looking through the rear. It's like this car widens at the rear. It's beautiful. Expect more body roll and wafting about, and there's a little. I mean, there's a little. This is a big vehicle, very big vehicle, but you know, it's really kind of a tight, sharp vehicle. Super comfortable, super luxurious. What a machine. I'm gonna hammer it here. So it does let you get at it. I mean, at 375, I mean, you know, would I take the 409? Yeah, sure. But the 375 isn't much of a slouch. still though, even at full throttle, quiet. Put it in sport mode. You can definitely feel it shift down. So wow, okay, yeah. And this is actually the first time I've put this vehicle into sport mode. It didn't occur to me. I mean, I've been playing with the car, but I've been enjoying driving the car casually, you know. But sport mode, it actually downshifts, so you get more out of the gear. It's telling me I need gas, but throttle response is much sharper in sport mode. Steering's a little heavier. Wow, okay. Yeah. Go back into normal. There's also an eco drive mode, and if you hold the button down for 2 seconds, you go into chauffeur mode. Chauffeur mode really puts all of the suspension and driving dynamics in the most comfortable position and softens the rear suspension so that your backseat occupants have the most comfortable ride possible in the new G90. Tremendous. I mean, it really is outstanding. I've been so impressed by what Genesis is putting out over the last few years, and I've said it in all of my Genesis reviews. If you are looking for a luxury vehicle, find your local Genesis store, go drive one of these vehicles. Just at least put it at the table. You know, if you're going to look at a Mercedes S-Class or an Audi A8 or a BMW 7 Series or a Lexus LS, go to the Genesis store and at least put this vehicle to the table, because it is mind-blowingly good. It really is. You also get Genesis's concierge service that will come to your house, pick your vehicle up, service it, bring it back to you or your business, wherever you'd like. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. I mean, the value proposition, even at a $90,000 vehicle, is there for this vehicle being part of the Hyundai family. You know, and I can tell you it's working. The vehicles that we're getting traded into our Genesis store here in Lawrence, there's a Range Rover, first edition Bronco, 2 or 3 Porsches in the last 90 days, Audis, you know, you name it. You know, Genesis is getting the attention of these buyers. So, you know, our Genesis store here in Lawrence, Kansas has kind of become an ad hoc luxury import used car store. I mean, they're just, we start to have more and more nice cars traded in on these vehicles, and I can see why. I mean, this is a great vehicle. It is a great vehicle. So I'll kind of wrap this up. If you're still with me and you haven't been to www.cartalkwithzach.com, I've got about 2,500 people a month going to visit cartalkwithzach.com. I encourage you to do that. I try to do, you know, kind of a, you know, an overview, a brief overview on these YouTube channel videos of my cars, but I'll go into a little more in depth usually on my website, and you can see more you know, about this vehicle. And you know, so do that. Go to cartalkwithzach.com and see everything that I've reviewed even before I launched the YouTube channel. Thank you for being part of it. You know, I'm getting good reviews, or getting good views on my on these videos, and you know, it's they're fun for me to do. I appreciate having the opportunity and the avenue to get into these vehicles, and especially thank you to Laird Noller Company, the Laird Noller Companies, for allowing me access to their vehicles. I mean, this is a vehicle that I probably would not have the opportunity to review if it wasn't for those fine folks at Genesis of Lawrence, which is part of the Laird Noller Companies. So thanks for watching, and check us out on the website, and until next time, we'll see you around.